There are fateful cuts born from love and sacrifice, like birds plunging their chests into sharp thorns to sing their one and only song of their lives. The Thornbirds is not simply a work of art, but a beautiful pain, a story of loss that has haunted generations of viewers. Looking back at the Wonder Years, we suddenly realize that time in real life is also a cruel fire, silently changing the fates of the cast in unexpected ways. Some are still walking through life, but others have forever left their smiles in the past, making their return today even more poignant and heartbreaking. This video will reveal the real names, ages, and current lives of the cast. Please try to watch the entire video because the most heartbreaking moments await in the final seconds. 1. Fred Savage. Fred Savage, born on July 9, 1976, became unforgettable as Kevin Arnold in The Wonder Years, 1988 to 1993. By 2026, he's 49 years old. Kevin arrived not as a hero, but as memory itself. A boy growing up through first love, family tension, school embarrassment, and the quiet ache of time passing. There was a time in her life when this young woman faced the cruel crossroads of fate, confronting a severe heart condition, a ruthless challenge that made every beat of life fragile, bringing physical pain and endless days of fear. Yet, hidden beneath that fragile exterior was an iron will. Fred Savage silently endured the darkest days, suppressing her tears, and miraculously overcame this perilous situation, allowing her heart to find peace again. Now, in 2026, seeing Fred Savage peaceful and radiant, we truly understand the value of a dignified resurrection. By 2026, his decades of continuous work in television have built an estimated net worth of $14 million. Choosing a private family life over a loud, ostentatious collection of exotic sports cars, his true legacy is permanently woven into the fabric of television history. Watching him now, we witness a piece of our own youth slowly grow distant, a beautiful memory permanently frozen in time. 2. Danica McKellar. Danica McKellar, born on January 3, 1975, became unforgettable as Winnie Cooper in The Wonder Years. By 2026, she is 51 years old. Winnie was not just Kevin Arnold's first love. She was the face of childhood becoming memory, the girl next door, the quiet smile, the sadness of growing up before anyone knew how to say goodbye. For Danica McKellar, navigating middle age and facing diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, was a daunting challenge. If left uncontrolled, this disease can damage blood vessels, impair vision, and severely impact the cardiovascular system. In the fast-paced world of Hollywood, she silently endured exhausting days, with fluctuating blood sugar levels negatively impacting her health. For a woman who had once lived under the spotlight, confronting these warning signs from her body was a challenging period, requiring unwavering perseverance. By 2026, Danica McKellar has secured an enviable, highly respected legacy with an estimated net worth of $8 million. Shunning the loud, ostentatious vanity of modern luxury supercar collections, she quietly channels her wealth into children's literacy and educational foundations. Looking at her now is like finding a perfectly preserved Polaroid from a golden afternoon. 3. Dan Lauria. Dan Lauria, born on April 12, 1947, became unforgettable as Jack Arnold in The Wonder Years. By 2026, he is 79 years old. Jack was a father, a veteran, a working man, and the stern voice inside the Arnold home. He could be gruff, tired, and hard to please, yet Lauria gave him something deeper, the hidden tenderness of a man who loved his family in the only language he knew, responsibility. Dan Lauria was diagnosed with severe, life-threatening liver disease, a devastating medical ordeal that pushed his resilience and spirit to the absolute limit. A detail that truly touched fans' hearts was how he faced this terrifying battle in complete secrecy. While enduring painful physical deterioration, Dan Lauria relied on extraordinary inner strength to persevere through treatment and recovery. He didn't just passively survive the injury, but completely overcame the disease, returning to the spotlight with a triumphant and complete recovery. As of 2026, Dan Lauria commands a well-deserved net worth of approximately $4 million. He manages his hard-earned fortune with elegant simplicity, prioritizing regional theater investments and quiet, comfortable living spaces over a loud, flashy collection of modern supercars. 4. Allie Mills. Allie Mills, born on May 9, 1951, became unforgettable as Norma Arnold in The Wonder Years, 1988 to 1993. By 2026, she is 74 years old. Norma arrived with quiet grace, a mother who did not need grand speeches to show love, only a look, a pause, or the tired patience of someone holding a family together. There was a time in her life when this young woman faced the cruel crossroads of fate, confronting a severe case of tuberculosis, a merciless challenge that ravaged her lungs, bringing debilitating coughs, long nights of fever, and complete physical collapse. Yet, hidden beneath her fragile appearance was an iron will. Allie Mills silently endured the darkest days, persistently facing a rigorous treatment regimen, and miraculously overcame this critical period, regaining the peaceful breath she once had. Looking at Allie Mills in 2026, radiant and peaceful, we truly understand the value of a dignified resurrection. By 2026, her exceptional, decades-long career has built an estimated net worth of $2 million. Choosing a meaningful, grounded existence over a loud garage of exotic hypercars, her real wealth lies in her timeless place as a universal symbol of motherhood. 5. Jason Hervey. Jason Hervey, born on April 6, 1972, became unforgettable as Wayne Arnold in The Wonder Years. By 2026, he's 54 years old. Wayne was Kevin Arnold's older brother, loud, teasing, sometimes cruel in the ordinary way brothers can be, yet strangely real. He was the voice from the next room, the insult at the dinner table, the reminder that childhood was not always soft. Jason Hervey's experience with dangerous kidney complications and kidney disease was a harsh and unpredictable challenge. The disease devastated her health. The prolonged treatments and overwhelming fatigue pushed her to her limits. For someone who had left acting early to pursue a busy legal career, having to stop everything to focus on saving her kidneys was a stressful ordeal. But with an iron will, Jason Hervey persevered through the rigorous treatment protocols, bringing her vital signs back to safe levels. By 2026, Jason Hervey has secured an enviable, highly respected legacy, with an estimated net worth of $2 million. Shunning the loud, ostentatious lifestyle of modern luxury supercar collections, he quietly channels his wealth into local sports production and the youth entertainment charities. Looking at him now is like seeing a once turbulent storm settle into a calm, powerful tide. 6. Josh Saviano. Josh Saviano, born on March 31st, 1976, became unforgettable as Paul Pfeiffer in The Wonder Years. By 2026, he is 50 years old. Paul was Kevin Arnold's best friend, the nervous, loyal, intelligent boy who seemed to carry childhood anxiety in his glasses and gentle voice. He could be awkward, cautious, and endlessly sincere, yet Saviano gave him something deeper. The tenderness of a child trying to understand a world that was growing up too fast. Josh Saviano was diagnosed with severe, life-threatening liver disease, a devastating medical ordeal that pushed his resilience and spirit to the absolute limit. A detail that truly touched fans' hearts was how Josh Saviano faced this terrifying battle in complete secrecy. While enduring painful physical deterioration, he relied on extraordinary inner strength to persevere through treatment and recovery. He didn't just passively survive the injury, but completely overcame the disease, returning to the spotlight with a triumphant and complete recovery. As of 2026, Josh Saviano commands a well-deserved net worth of approximately $3 million. He manages his hard-earned wealth with immense, understated sophistication, prioritizing premium educational foundations and a cozy, elegant family home over a loud, flashy collection of modern supercars. 7. Daniel Stern. Daniel Stern, born on August 28, 1957, became unforgettable as the adult Kevin Arnold, the narrator of The Wonder Years, 1988 to 1993. By 2026, he's 68 years old. His voice arrived not as a character we could see, but as memory itself, warm, regretful, funny, and full of the quiet ache of looking back. There was a time in his life when he faced the cruel crossroads of fate, confronting a severe osteoarthritis, a ruthless challenge that made every step a torment, bringing excruciating pain to the bone marrow and endless days of facing the risk of losing his freedom of movement. Yet, hidden beneath that frail appearance was an iron will. Daniel Stern silently endured the darkest days, persistently training and facing arduous treatments, miraculously overcoming this critical hurdle and regaining his strength. Now, in 2026, seeing Daniel Stern walking peacefully and confidently, we truly understand the value of a dignified resurrection. By 2026, his brilliant, multifaceted career has built an estimated net worth of $12 million. Choosing a meaningful, artistic existence over a flashy garage of loud hypercars, his real wealth is the eternal comfort his voice still brings. 8. Olivia d'Abo. Olivia d'Abo, born on January 22, 1969, became unforgettable as Karen Arnold in The Wonder Years. By 2026, she is 57 years old. Karen was Kevin Arnold's older sister, free-spirited, rebellious, restless, and always standing a little apart from the family table. She carried the sound of the late 1960s and early 1970s. Protest, music, freedom, and the quiet pain of growing up before your parents are ready to understand you. What touched fans the most was how Olivia faced her illness without panicking. Instead of relying entirely on Western medicine with its many side effects, she chose to heal herself from the root cause through a strict lifestyle. Leaving behind the anxieties of the entertainment industry, she returned to nature, personally designing plant-based, fiber-rich meals, completely eliminating saturated fats, and diligently practicing yoga and meditation. Viewers realized that her overcoming high cholesterol wasn't just a medical triumph, but the result of a profound journey of mindfulness. By 2026, Olivia d'Abo has secured an enviable, highly respected legacy with an estimated net worth of $3 million. Shunning the loud, ostentatious vanity of modern luxury supercar collections, she quietly channels her resources into independent theater arts and cancer recovery foundations. 9. Andy Berman. Andy Berman, born on February 24, 1968, became memorable as Chuck Coleman in The Wonder Years. By 2026, he is 58 years old. Chuck was one of Kevin Arnold's school friends, a boy from that fragile age when jokes, awkward silences, and small embarrassments could feel like the whole world. He was not the center of the story, yet Berman gave him something honest, the familiar face of ordinary adolescence passing quietly through memory. Andy Berman was diagnosed with severe, malignant colitis, a devastating medical ordeal that pushed his endurance and spirit to the absolute limit. A detail that truly touched fans was how he faced this terrifying battle in complete secrecy. While enduring agonizing physical weakness, Andy Berman relied on extraordinary inner strength to endure intensive treatment and rehabilitation. He didn't just passively survive the trauma, but completely overcame the disease, emerging into the spotlight with a triumphant and complete recovery. As of 2026, Andy Berman commands a well-deserved net worth of approximately $1.5 million. He manages his hard-earned fortune with elegant simplicity, prioritizing independent creative investments and a cozy, private residence over a loud, flashy garage of modern supercars. 10. Brandon Crane. Brandon Crane, born on February the 26th, 1976, became unforgettable as Doug Porter in The Wonder Years, 1988 to 1993. By 2026, he is 50 years old. Doug arrived not with drama, but with ordinary boyhood, friendly, slightly awkward, loyal, and often part of Kevin Arnold's small school world, where every hallway felt bigger than it really was. There was a time in his life when he faced the cruel edge of fate after a horrific accident, a brutal event that struck unexpectedly, devastating his body and leaving Brandon Crane in a precarious state on his deathbed. Yet, hidden beneath that fragile exterior was an iron will. Brandon Crane silently endured the darkest days, suppressing his tears of pain to bravely go through lengthy surgeries and treatments, miraculously surviving that critical moment. By 2026, his continuous practical career has built an estimated net worth of $1.5 million. Choosing a meaningful, authentic existence over a flashy garage of loud hypercars, his true wealth is his quiet contentment. Watching him now, we see a cherished piece of our television youth beautifully settled into a serene, enduring reality. 11. Giovanni Ribisi. Giovanni Ribisi, born on December 17, 1974, became part of The Wonder Years as Jeff Billings. By 2026, he is 51 years old. Jeff was not the loudest face in Kevin Arnold's world, but he belonged to that soft landscape of school days, small friendships, awkward talks, and the quiet passing of youth. He was one of those characters who made the series feel less like television and more like a memory someone had kept in a drawer. For a prolific actor like Giovanni Ribisi, dedicating himself to complex psychological roles always comes at a high price in terms of health. The demanding filming schedule, the prolonged stress of embodying a character, and the erratic eating habits on set were the core reasons his digestive system sent out warning signals. When acute colitis struck, it not only devastated his health, causing agonizing cramps, but also threatened dangerous complications if not treated properly. By 2026, Giovanni Ribisi has secured a highly prestigious, diverse legacy with an estimated net worth of $20 million. Shunning the loud, ostentatious vanity of modern luxury supercar collections, he quietly channels his immense wealth into state-of-the-art digital film preservation and independent art grants. 12. Robert Picardo. Robert Picardo, born on October 27, 1953, became unforgettable as Coach Ed Cutlip in The Wonder Years. By 2026, he is 72 years old. Cutlip was a gym teacher, a disciplinarian, and one of those school figures who seemed enormous when childhood was small. He could be loud, awkward, and intimidating, yet Picardo gave him something deeper, the strange comedy of an adult who is also quietly human. Robert Picardo secretly battled severe hemorrhoids, a painful and debilitating condition that escalated into dangerous complications when the cameras were off. A detail that truly touched fans' hearts was how he faced this sensitive ordeal with absolute composure. While enduring intense chronic pain during long and exhausting filming hours, Robert Picardo relied on extraordinary willpower to successfully undergo surgery and recover. He completely overcame the disease, returning to the spotlight with renewed vigor. As of 2026, Robert Picardo commands a well-deserved net worth of approximately $2 million. He manages his hard-earned fortune with elegant academic simplicity, prioritizing scientific advocacy, independent theater funding, and a cozy, comfortable lifestyle over a loud, flashy garage of modern supercars.